Well, the boss fight is complete. We have an excellent. I really want to play this. I've been away from the stream for an entire week, which feels even longer than that because I haven't even done midweek streams at all. So I'm gonna, knock on wood, but I'm gonna stream until things disconnect, or at least I'm gonna try my best to get to the 2-hour mark without the assumption that things disconnect. Alright. Actually, there's one of these. Oh hey, remember when I said that we would eventually run into the apes again? And I just moved them because they seemed way too powerful to be normal enemies immediately after the dungeon? Hi Deadly Ape, fancy seeing you here. At least it's my synergy that's a bit run out, and not, oh, I don't know, my health or something. Time to take advantage of the fact that we have all these djinns that have, like, stupid range. Alright, three. Bunch of defense there. Get a little mineral into everyone's life. Pray not to get stunned. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a normal encounter. Sort of. That was with a defense boost, right? Not the biggest defense boost in the world, but a defense boost nevertheless. And this ape doesn't seem like he's content just running away, which is unfortunate. Plasma, because I don't remember how weak you are to the elements. You are weak to wind, and that works for me. I was gonna say the ape is asleep, so we don't really have to worry, but the freaking bees are just gonna multiply to Mars and back. Speaking of Mars, no one is slower than Isaac. That's unfortunate. Maybe I didn't go in the best order. But what am I talking about? These are normal enemies. This will be more than enough of a summon. I should be... Oh yeah, Swilla is stupid long range. I think how I try to balance it out is that they're on attack multipliers instead of additional damage. And I know that sounds bad. Let me explain. AoE djinns are on... They do fractions of your base damage instead of actually multiply it. It's more like a attack divider than an attack multiplier. I should have just said that in the first place. Oh, hindsight's 20/20. But yeah, djinnies that attack in the long range, like Swill, and to a lesser extent Shipper, are on an attack divider, so... Especially in a one-on-one combat, it does still make more sense to, like, do an attack that targets a single target, because you'll be doing more damage overall. Or if you just really want the enemy to go away. There's that too. Oh, this feels like it's been the longest random encounter I've had in a while. And the enemies in the desert were no... Oh, it's because they keep freaking multiplying. That's why I feel like this has been going on forever. At least this makes a good opportunity to grind for item drops. Like with all the freaking bees we're fighting, surely we'll get that item this time. It's fine, there's just one, there's no way it's gonna survive a full onslaught. I will make sure of it. Alright. We got Fruit Seed, that's the drop from the ape, and that's it. I mean, I sound disappointed, but it's not too bad. It heals HP, and also can recover any status element. Including things that we normally can't heal status elements with with just an item. Well, I'll get more into that if we ever come across a scenario where it's relevant. You know, the entire fight, and I didn't even get the Djinni because I was walking away, I was thinking like, maybe I should look for the item first. Let's just get this guy before we forget again. Try to get some synergy back, because I feel like I used a lot. Feels like I've been using synergy a lot more in this run than I did in most of my playtesting. I guess I just got a lot more appreciation for the classes and the synergies, so I'm a bit more stingy with using my Djinn so I can actually keep those synergies and stats. Oh, we're getting Vine now, so Speed is really going out to die after this fight. At least until endgame optional dungeon fights and that. Will this drop attack on the Djinn? I guess we'll find out together. Speed 160. I really wish these two didn't have literally the same exact speed, so I could, like, attack with one and summon with the other. We'll work with it though. I used Rapid already, so like, I'm actually busting out another nut. Why? Can I get a take back? Well, that was a mismanaged turn. Cool, we have negative speed now. Alright, time it. Proc me. I'm all out nuts. I think I'm gonna just set Rapid back normally so I can have Wish, because I really find myself missing it. Do I Chasm for safety? Maybe next turn. Kinda got a feeling that this is gonna be enough to finish him off. Well, maybe the second summon will be enough to finish it off in itself. Oh, I should use Foam. I should have countered his speed lowering with my speed lowering. It's fine, the battle's over. Got ourselves a crystal cookie. And more importantly, a new Djinni friend. I guess this one in particular is a good example of what I was thinking of with the whole attack divider. Vine. It's the same as before, but now it does damage as well. And if you remember how, because it was the Djinni that normally just drops speed, it had a really... Oh, I forgot now that we have Earth Djinnis on... For Earth Djinnis, we get Wish and Revive. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Well, it's not the good Revive, but we'll take that. Mia, I think you're gonna keep that. I think you've been promoted to the Earth Djinni Adept. Thinking more about it, Double Wish feels a little broken, but I guess if I'm gonna play test and see if it really is broken and needs to be adjusted, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Now, I'm trying to remember, there's something I've actually never gotten in my own playthroughs of Golden Sun. I might have missed it out already. We'll come back to that thought. But first, we have a new tier of vermins to fight. Which means I am gonna spam my strongest attacks on little Djinni friend, on little vermin friend over there, and try to get this thing before it can possibly run away. Yeah, Vine, you don't even need to pick a target, it attacks everyone, so that one in particular is where I have to attack Divider in play. I believe like it does a ridiculously low amount of damage, like this is one that's at least only 50% of your base attack. It might even be lower. It's been a hot minute, and unfortunately, like, there's not a good way in Golden Sun in general to actually see the specifics. We got one of them. Okay, one got away, but we got the other one, and that works for me. Now let's just hope that we get the drop from it. We did not. And I don't even remember what the drop is. It might not have been the most amazing thing in the world. Anyways, I'm kind of wondering if I missed out on the turtle boots, or whatever ended up getting rewritten, whatever they got rewritten as in this. Because I thought the turtle boots, for the longest time I thought the turtle boots were something that we could only get. Excuse me. As I was saying, I thought the turtle boots were something we could only get from... well, from an area much later. But apparently there's like a random patch. It's like the only time in the game you do this. There's a random patch of forest on the overworld, and if you press A on that random patch of forest in the overworld, you'll actually get the turtle boots as an item. Oh cool, it didn't run away. What are you weak to? It's obviously not wind. It's unfortunate because I got the feeling that it's fire, and the guy that has my fire genies is kinda asleep at the moment. Whatever, I'm gonna just focus on the fact that it didn't run away and really try to capitalize on that. Alright, 2 of them. Surely we got the rare item drop this time. Was it really the Punji seeds though? It might have been. It is a pretty good item. It damages and drops attack. So we'll hold on to it because I could use it for demonstrational purposes, but I might also just have it actually could come in clutch. Oh, here we go. This is the first one. This is the first form of it. This is the first form of the new synergy drain, at least. Sip. And I don't think it's this patch of tree, so I think it really is in the forest, and I just didn't think the luck. First thing I want to address up in the end, but let me double check something while we're here. So that's all the stuff I sold that I don't really want at the moment. And I've been noticing that I've been using attacking synergy more than actually going for my unleashes anyways. It's kind of the thing. I feel like I'm reverting back to old ways, but because back in my childhood when I played Golden Sun, I would never actually use weapons. It's kind of like, I have all these other cool options like magic and genies. Why would I ever bother just attacking? And I never, so I always took the weapons for granted. And ironically, it wasn't enough. It wasn't until Dark Dawn of all things where I really started to appreciate. I should probably not ignore the elephant in the room. It's kind of annoying that the plot trigger you need in order to be able to progress is very unapparent when you take out the dialogue. Honestly, I feel it's a little obtuse even when you do take out the dialogue. But it feels even more obtuse now. So you may notice that the tour guy normally isn't here. He's kind of like, that's supposed to like draw your attention. And you go in, you see these 2 guys here. What you have to do is talk to one of them. And then when you leave town, a cutscene will play. And that is how you actually get to do stuff. Because otherwise, if you try to go to the boat before talking to those dudes, even though in this patch there's no dialogue, you still have to press A in front of them. You don't do that, you're just like stuck wandering back and forth from town. And here we are. This triggers a cutscene, which gives me a good opportunity to actually finish my story. like I was saying, it wasn't until Dark Dawn that I really started to appreciate weapons. And the fact that I could actually like build up the unleashes and use them, giving me a reason to try to actually use my attacks to level up my unleashes. I actually started to use the attack function, and then I had got unleashes on top of that. Or like I actually saw how powerful the unleashes were when they triggered, and yeah, so I appreciate unleashes now, is what it boils down to. Is what I would say if it was for the fact that I just noticed that I was using attacking synergy instead of unleashes again. Well, maybe that I draw attention to myself that I'll actually start paying attention and use the weapons again. Especially as we start getting more powerful maces, because again, the increase in crit in Dawn of Djinn carries over to unleashes as well. And some of the maces we get late game have some pretty darn good unleashes.